Hey guys, we're back with more Pokemon Green here. If you can recall, last time we caught ourselves a Dugtrio, we did some battling out on Route 11. And this time we're just gonna head up into the SSN. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of my system right now. We're on a boat! We're on a boat, and we're going fast, and this is already old. So, in between episodes, I kind of just went and checked the Pokedex, got everything kind of organized in our inventory, caught a few Pokemon we were missing, like a Drowsy. Didn't really do much beyond that. So we're just pretty much still good to go. The SSN is notorious. It's a huge area just filled with a lot of trainers. We're going to be able to get our first Great Ball here. We're mostly here just to get HMO 1 cut, but that's probably going to be the last thing we do here just because once you actually take care of that, the ship goes away and doesn't come back. Actually, surprisingly, this ship is very notorious even though it's only here for really one part of the game. If you know rumors at all, you know that outside the SSN, when you're first boarding, there's that area with all that water. If you trade a Pokemon over that, cut and then come back later, when you have Surf and Strength, the rumor was you could go over there and move a truck to get Mew. Now obviously that rumor was false, it's ridiculous. I mean, there is a truck there that I really don't know why is there. But yeah, there's nothing over there until Generation 3 when they put a lava cookie over there, but that's really the extent. Okay, that table looks very cut off on the bottom for some reason. Like, was it always that cut off? Don't remember. Okay. What's going on? See, at the time of recording, it's now November. Well, okay, when this is gonna go up, still Halloween. Let's see. So we're pretty close to Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I honestly wonder if they're also gonna remake Fire Red and Leaf Green. I mean, they were remakes, yes, but they came right after. It'd be interesting to see Kanto and current gen stuff. I don't really know how likely it is though, just because all the legendary Pokemon you can get in Kanto, like Mewtwo, and the legendary birds you could also get in Kalos, as well as the starters. So I don't really know if we're gonna get one. We could, but I don't know. I'd personally be up for it. I mean, Kanto's pretty much my second favorite. Well, yeah, it's my second favorite region, and I like Johto more. Don't know. On Game Boy, especially, Johto has a better vibe to it when you're exploring. It's hard to describe unless you kind of played it. You know, I actually feel kind of old playing through this and talking about these regions like they're ancient, so actually Pokemon Yellow is probably one of the first games I ever really played. Probably got them when I was in kindergarten, just from bugging my mother a lot. I was a hyperactive kid, didn't really have any friends. Anyway. Unfortunately, actually one thing I can remember very well is I never really got to play through Pokemon Yellow until years later. Like, I'd get so far and then I just get stuck. The biggest problem I had, I got a junk cartridge and I didn't realize this till years later. Like, the battery in it was bad just right off the bat, where it'd probably hold a save for about 2 days tops, and then it would just erase itself. So I never got too far in Pokemon Yellow. I mean, I beat Red and Blue because they actually worked. I don't know why Yellow came with the junk matter, I guess that was just unlucky. But I always remember Yellow had the best features, even though I didn't get to play that much those weekends. I got through a lot. Let's see, in Yellow, some differences are you start with Pikachu and then you can get all 3 starters for your team. Pikachu followed behind you and will talk to you. If you traded with Pokemon Stadium and need some stuff to teach your Pikachu surf, you can play a surfing minigame. A lot of the gym leaders had their teams changed to reflect on the anime. I can't remember what some of the other differences were. I mean, yeah, I can actually. Well, the sprites were very different. I mean, aside from the updated that were for Blue, they re-updated it for Yellow, where they actually looked very close to the anime. Well, at the time. We didn't have any of this derpy little horsey we're seeing right here. But what about when I think about kindergarten? See, Pokemon Gold and Silver, I guess, came out about the end of kindergarten or first, and then the start of first grade, somewhere around there. That makes me feel really weird, just because I remember the anime wasn't even that far yet. And so, I actually remember there being confusion thinking that the main character was still Red, Ash, or whatever. So I remember a lot of trainers, or players, playing through Gold and Silver, also named Ash at the time, just mostly because we all thought it was Ash, and then just how stupid we were as kids. A lot of us actually got stuck in the Union Cave as kids. If you don't know what that is, the Union Cave is a cave right after the first gym. And the reason we got stuck is in Gen 2, it just kind of branches off near the end, and the way that it emphasizes, like, the way that you see and isn't by any source of water, just leads down, and then there's a huge lake, so we all thought we needed surf or something like that. We just got stuck, couldn't figure out if that was where we were supposed to go, if we were supposed to find out cut for that weird tree. It wasn't until, like, 2 weeks later, one of us actually noticed that over by one of the indoor lakes was actually a way out. Ow. The Elite Four also seemed a lot more ominous when I was a kid too. I don't know if it's just because Gen 1's is actually very notoriously mean, but like we had amazing teams back then. Like we'd trade each other's like starters, like Blastoise, Charizard, Venusaur, and we would just rampage through it, and we'd usually lose to Lance. But then once Gen 2 came around, it actually didn't seem as bad. After that, I kind of lost all sense of this game being too difficult. Well, I guess that's also partly because after Gen 2, every game gives you legendary Pokemon as part of the story. One thing I actually remember is this is actually something I've never understood, and I can't find this glitch anywhere online, so I don't know how it happened. I don't know how to try to replicate it or anything like that. Ow, stop. So my silver version, one day when I was coming home from a play with my parents. We stopped, I think it was at like RC Willie, which is a furniture store if you're not aware. And I was playing Silver when I started up the game, and it just said the clock has had an issue and we need you to reset it. And I had the game then for like a year. So I figured, okay, I don't really know what's going on, but okay, so I reset the clock. And then I thought, well wait, if I don't save, I can try to win the bug contest over and over until I actually win it, because I wanted the Sunstone. And that was the only way to get it back then, so after a few times I finally won it and then saved. I don't know why, but it triggered something very weird. It's like I could refight any gym leader I wanted just by talking to them. All the NPCs on the overworld were doubled. A lot of weird events like were untriggered, and it just created a bunch of weird areas, and the game pretty much remained like that until I had to reset the game. But I never figured out what was with that. I mean, it was broken to a point where I could go catch a ho-oh, pretty much sit there, save, and it would just pop back up. If anyone actually knows anything about this glitch, go ahead and just tell me. I'm still very interested. We don't care about you. So what's going on currently with gaming for posterity? So, at the time of recording, it's Halloween 2014. Nintendo just recently released Fantasy Life for Nintendo 3DS. I didn't really look too much into it besides what, like, the death block is posted. It looks like an okay game, but I don't really want to deal with RPGs right now just because some big games are coming out at the end of the month, like Smash Bros, Persona, Pokemon, Phantasy Star in Japan. We might be over leveled just a bit. So I don't really know much about this Fantasy Life. I guess, depending on how far in the future, it's well known how well that game either went or didn't go. Anything else recently come out? Not much that I can think of. I mean, PS4 really hasn't had anything in a while. Vita gets stuff randomly. 3DS is picking up a bit. Wii U. I think the last game I got for Wii U was Hyrule Warriors. I'm on top of the world! Wait, isn't that... wrong quote. I'm flying! Okay, there we go. Obligatory Titanic reference. It's funny because the assets and in the anime syncs, there's spoilers from over... how old am I? How old is this series? I want to say 97 that episode aired. So we're talking probably something 17 years old. If you haven't seen the Pokemon anime in the past 17 years, I'm sorry, I just spoiled that for you. Also, this is one Smug Fisher. That Goldeen is giving me the eye. I don't know if I feel comfortable with that Goldeen. Just giving me the eye. Luckily, Blastoise took care of it. And I don't know if we're supposed to actually have a Blastoise by this point. I should ask Pig. Caleb's probably over leveled though. Yeah, if this is anything like my Fire Red run, I can promise you that this Blastoise is gonna be very OP by the end. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna take a break real fast. Next time we'll finish up the SSN and go start taking on Lieutenant Surge's gym. Yep, that's a plan, and I'm sticking to it.